look up to the skies. It's a bunch of crazy guys. They'll catch you in the street while you're eating next to meat. Don't you look them in the eyes. It's recover the supplies. In a world of moth and spies, they'll recover the supplies.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Recover the Supplies. Our next episode is ready to go. We've got the crew here. I've got Ryan, I've got Jay, I've got Tim, and we are back for another episode. As we left off last episode, the party had not only discovered the ship they were looking for in unfortunately a few many pieces, they had survived the wild Nexu, they had survived some bandits and thugs, and even a Gundark. And after all of that, Barrow Din showed up on his Sea Rock ship and offered to repair the ship for them, of course, at a bit of an expense. The party has gone on to make it back safely to town. They've had some downtime to recover some wounds, to feel a little bit better, and now they have recouped at the Cantina on Fantooine in Mos Durian. And that's where we lead on with the guys sitting around the table.
And now, Brendan, just so everybody knows, so we healed up and all that too, right? Yeah. From our last episode.
You've
so
had
we're
a chance
all set.
to see the local doctors. So any of your critical heal, it probably a little bit painful, maybe a little bit costly. You've got that taken care of. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the session out like we do always with a roll for Destiny. So if you could roll Destiny on your sheet. I'll check the sheet and make sure that the pool is clear.
All right. Hey, I'm helping. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay.
I helped.
I just want you guys to know I was able to do it without any coaching this time.
Yay. We believe in
we
you.
didn't have to spend 10 minutes on it. I'm good with it.
I know. Yeah, look at us. We're growing.
Yeah. You know, it's the little things that really make such a big difference.
Really is. Really is.
And
so we've got 4 light side points. You guys get to start hot today.
Yeah,
that's
we do.
Because it's like there's a big negotiation that's going to matter real soon.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Good time for you to have all the light side points on that one.
There's
the next thing we need to do is go ahead and roll obligation.
Ooh.
Oh, this is where we get the screwed.
There's something in my one of my talent trees that takes advantage of dark side points in the Destiny pool, and once we get more experience, I'm totally looking at because it lets me really open up the dark side.
You're gonna be an awful person.
Yeah, that sounds really constructive to an overall beneficial party. Let's do it.
It all depends.
Let's do it.
If I get angry, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Are we clear with this obligation roll? Did we get lucky?
You have just been lucky every session, it seems. Like
in my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Yeah, except for that time Krabik was trying to laser cut a hole through a hole while I was getting killed by a giant gorilla. By the way, I'd like to bring that up in character too.
Yeah, I was like, let's save this for the game.
So now that we've got all that taken care of, let's join the characters in the scene, gentlemen. Take it away.
So just to recap, at the end of the episode, I kind of shoulder checked Zoltan, right? Mm-hmm. And was because I had overheard them talking about what it is that they were gonna do.
That we were gonna put you on our ship, that we didn't trust you already. Listen, man, I get that you heard what you think you heard, but you gotta be crazy to think that 2 people from Maz Kanata's castle are gonna just walk into this crazy place and just trust you to be like a member of our family on the first day. Keep in mind, this was day 1, son.
So I'd like to say that, sorry, off camera there. I'm kind of like, I think Garrow is maybe boiling a little bit here. Mm-hmm. He's probably red in the face, and I think he's got whatever glass of whatever we're drinking. He's not talking. He's just kind of like spinning it in his hand and just like staring at you guys.
I think you should have to make an athletics check to see if you don't drop that glass.
If you want, Brendan, I will.
Zoltan,
If
you were
you're
being
trying
a
to
little
make it fancy, go for it.
unproductive.
I am just trying to express the wisdom of. Did he? Oh, did you drop the glass? But here's the thing: you got advantage,
yeah.
right? So
Can I narrate that disadvantage?
Yeah.
The glass falls over and kind of like shatters as you're getting mad, but all of it spills towards Zoltan.
Yeah, perfect.
yeah, and I'm like, well, fortunately, I don't mind smelling like cheap whiskey because it reminds me of my younger days. I think I'm out of character. I think I'm the oldest one here by a few years. So
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like brush it aside. I'm not gonna let it show that it phases me, but I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna look at both of you, especially to you, Ryan. And I mean, I'm sorry to Nisk. Be like, yes, but I'm trying to educate our young friend here that trust is earned over time, not instantly given.
I'm gonna
Wait, no,
do.
I gotta do that in my accent. Like, I'm trying to teach him that trust is earned, not instantly given.
So I'm gonna do. Can I move my character, please, Brendan? Can you unlock me?
You should have control. Does that?
We're all sitting at this table, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Oh yeah, I don't have control of my character either. By the way.
Okay.
we all got off to a rough start.
Try moving this one.
Nope, nothing.
Now there's a clone of him. Begun the Clone Wars have.
All right.
The highest production value.
Pause the recording real quick.
Pause.
That's weird.
This is when the fun
And
begins.
pause there. I don't know.
Let's try spinning. That's a neat trick.
Generic token. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I got it.
Okay, so for whatever reason, it and you can go ahead and turn it back on. If you didn't, if you didn't actually, I don't know.
But I
booped it.
also have
uh,
access to Jay's token.
I do not
mean-
have access to anybody's token. Oh, I can move mine now. So yeah, so we have upgraded tokens now due to this fantastic art that has been provided to us by mystical sources beyond my comprehension, and so with the inclusion of new tokens, I believe that they initially assumed GM control only, and that's why we probably were locked out of being able to move these.
So okay,
That's strange.
it's
Yeah.
fine. Whatever.
I think
and
we're
I'm not
good.
cutting any of that out of the video. By
Yeah,
the way.
that's
We're
fine.
just- I'm leaving
Go
it
for
all
it.
in, so everybody can know our
Go for it.
troubles here. So
Yeah.
I kind of, after I bust my glass and like they're like talking about me like I'm not even there, I'm just gonna kind of get up in a huff. Whoa, not that far, but come over to the bar to order another drink.
Yeah.
It's okay, and I'm gonna look at Nisk and be like, it is all right. He will learn.
Well, my friend, he will. You're right, but you need to as well. You.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow, kind of like The Rock, and look at you as
Yeah.
I kind of wipe some of the whiskey off of my nice little like leather vest that I've got going on there. That I'm so proud. My white leather vest as it's kind of glistening with some of this whiskey.
You get rather enthusiastic about some of your plans and schemes, but when a Gundark or wild bandits or swoop gangers are on the loose, isn't the time for theatrics.
Listen, I was successful in cutting that hole, and had things gone differently, it would have been an awfully cool escape hole.
And
Sometimes,
we all nearly died because of it.
but you lived. Sometimes it's better to run from a fight and live to fight another day. And I'm gonna kind of stare off into the distance, thinking about some past experiences that I'm haunted by.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
When you say that, I kind of look at the wall past you, and I go and I'll go join Garrow.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna finish my drink and
Yeah.
just kind of like be sad for like a few minutes. Like while like sad music starts playing, like there's like actually like violins. Yeah.
Nisk, as you're starting to walk over to Garrow, there's actually a middle-aged Bothan spacer that walks by Garrow, who's off to the side there.
And as when that Bothan walks by, I'm gonna he kind of looks at me a little bit, and I'm gonna be like really edgy and be like, "What are you looking at?" And
You
get
should-
like real irritated.
You should tell him, I've never seen a Bothan before.
He kind of shrugs at you. His ears go back, and he's like, "What?" Like,
I walk up, put my hand on Garrow's shoulder. I'm like, please forgive my friend. It's been a long afternoon.
Let's say all right. So I kind of I shrug my shoulder like that to get his hand off of me, and I go, "Oh, we're friends now."
We are. You'll
And
have
then
to forgive
take a
Zoltan.
big swig of my drink. Sorry, go ahead.
He can be a little theatrical. Doesn't know when to hit the foot on the gas. But you've got to come to trust him. It
Yeah.
took me some time as well.
We're still getting there.
I'll just be like, I'm just like, yeah, all right. Well, trust goes both ways, doesn't it?
Ooh, that's a deep cut.
Boop boop
Legion puns.
boop boop boop
Um,
boop 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 boop.
Well, I trust that you want to get off this rock, and I trust that we're together. The three of us are going to try to get a ship to do that. What happens next is I guess up to all of us. But can I at least trust you that far?
Yeah, sure. And as you're talking and I say that, I'm like, I seem like super distracted by this other Bothan that's like at the
Sure.
bar.
I'm gonna start walking up to the bar, by the way, too. Like, as I've had a few minutes, I'm gonna kind of
Sure.
join the conversation.
I'm at least 2 to 3 drinks in right now. By the way,
I'm gonna. So as I
in character or in real life?
both. Let's say
Good. Just so we're clear.
both.
So I'm gonna walk up behind my two like teammates here. I'm gonna put my hands on the shoulders. I'm like, guys, that's because it's been a few minutes. I'm like, it is going to be all right. I have a feeling we're going to work through these problems without much problem. What we need is some team building. And I'm gonna see this Bothan over here. I'm like, are you there, my friend? You're a Bothan, aren't you? I have not seen a Bothan in years. With like a half smile on my face. I want to see how he reacts. So, Brendan, I mean, does he react, or does he even hear me talking to him? Or
I'm staring at this person with a condescending head shake kind of behind
Yeah,
Zoltan.
his ears just like go completely down, and he picks his drink up and makes a point to go to the other side of the bar to not be anywhere near any of you. He wants nothing to do with any of you guys.
So I'm just like, for you guys to know in character, I'm not talking, I'm drinking, but I am staring at him with a white hot intensity. Like, you guys are pretty at that Bothan. You guys are pretty sure like something's gonna go down if like.
Oh, it's a good thing he walked away, because I was about to challenge him to an arm wrestling contest, but volunteer Garrow, Jay's character, as the person who wanted to challenge him. So I was gonna start. I was gonna see if I could start like some team building, exercise.
I'll look to Garrow and be like, friend of yours?
No, is all he says.
I see.
So I'm gonna walk up next here. I'm gonna order a drink from the bar also, and I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna look over to you guys. I'm gonna say, so, like, in a more serious tone, does anybody find it weird that our first job here was just to find a ship that they didn't even want, that they were going to reassemble for us? Just seems like something sinister is at hand here, and I don't trust anybody. I'm gonna say it. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh boy. Blah,
Zoltan,
blah,
there's
blah.
no such thing as a free lunch. Of course, something's going to go wrong. It's just up to us to navigate it. But I kind of look around. We don't have any other options unless you're holding out on me.
Look, there's things about me you don't know, but none of them are a free ship.
I was about to say, unless you're going to get on your vibro sword and fly away, then
That would be a neat trick. It's a skill I've not yet learned.
hey kid, what do I need to know about this? About what Barrow's going to try to pull on us? Why does he need a ship, and why does he need a new crew?
Let's see. What do I know here? Let me look at my notes, boys.
Fair.
I don't think I think like I basically right, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Brendan, but
Yeah.
Barrow, it seems like he just seems like a businessman. Like all I've heard, right, if I remember the story right, is that
Yep.
he's not like the Tracefs, right? They're
Right.
they're
No.
real bad, and
Yep.
Barrow is more of just a businessman. So I guess Garrow's just like I guess he'll try to be honest and earnest with you guys here and just be like I know as much as you guys do. He showed up on this rock, offering money and help, and I heard about this ship and I wanted to get out of here. Like that's my main goal is to get off of this planet. He honestly doesn't know anything about Barrow really. He's newer, right, Brendan? If I
Yeah.
remember right, he's newer to the.
Barrow's relatively new to this area, and again, you've run some errands for him, but you
Yeah.
haven't really done anything of significance. This is the most significant thing you've done working for him, and it's leading to all of this now.
So I'll say that I'm not, I think he's kind of that stuff from before where he's kind of trying to show off. I think maybe with these three near death experiences that he's just had, he's like done, like he's not trying to like show off for you guys anymore. He's just like, so he tells you like this is the biggest job he's done for Barrow. Like everything seems legit. Like he has money, he's been paying. Like it's not like the Tracefs who really are just nothing but trouble around here. I
So yeah,
right, like I would have that feeling. Like it just
Yeah.
feels different. So yeah. So Garrow's kind of like it feels different. It feels legit. If he had to guess, but it's only a guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably have to say some things about you, friend, that when we go to talk to Barrow, that may not be the most kind. But I want you to know I want you on my ship, and I respect what you're trying to do.
He just kind of gives you all right.
there's a small, stocky individual who starts walking into the bar. Of course, Garrow, you recognize him as one of the Tracefs. And he kind of clears his throat a little bit, and literally everybody who's in the bar gets up and starts moving towards the door.
I just
Really?
I just under my breath, you guys hear me go, shit.
I'm gonna stop somebody as they're
Crap.
walking by, like maybe one of these near guys. Yeah, like I'm gonna as he's walking, like this patron that's walking past me, I'm gonna kind of stop him on his shoulder, and I'm gonna look over and I'm gonna go, "Hey, friend, why in such a hurry?"
He, like, for a moment is confused, but then a genuine look of dread overcomes him, and he just moves away from you without saying anything, and like puts his head down and tries to shuffle away towards the door.
I keep kind of facing the wall, but I definitely will put my my hand on the stock of my blaster.
This is one of those times where I kind of regret being quite such a role player, because the chaotic nature of me would be like, let's all grab an instrument and start playing a song. But it doesn't fit my character right now, but that would be really cool. Like,
So you see Garrow, he kind of like he's got his force pike, and like before he just had it leaned up against the bar, but you can see him slowly go like getting ready, like something's about to go down. Like you guys can see him tense up a little bit.
He clears his throat and says, "You ladies need a personal invitation? Get the hell out of here."
I'm gonna walk right up to this guy, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna walk up to him like with one eye starting to open wider, with like an appearance like that. I'm trying to fake him out that I recognize him, and I'm gonna say, "Zagrak, is that you?"
While he's doing that, I'm gonna like kind of motion the Nisk like we need to get we gotta get out of here.
I'll follow Garrow's lead.
Yeah. And so I'll kind of walk by him and I'll like, what's his name? I'm sorry, I know his name, right? Which one is this?
Yes, you happen to know that this one is Von Taurus.
Oh, well, good thing I guessed Zagrak because that was really close.
It was very close.
So I'm gonna be like, I'm like, Von, hey, because we know each other. I'm like, no disrespect. He's a little drunk. We're getting out of here now. Like, no problem. And I just kind of I'm like, grab Zoltan's arm a little bit. And I'm like, come on, let's go.
Do so I get the impression that like you're like that, you know, Garrow's genuinely kind of afraid of this guy.
I'm not really.
There's a sense of urgency.
Yeah, I'm. Okay. Yeah, right. Oh, I'm reading my notes now. Yes, I'm scared of this one.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. I was looking at the other one there, Brendan. Yeah. But yeah. This one, for sure. Like, I mean, like, so you guys. I guess you didn't. You want me to describe him a little bit, Brendan? Since I have the notes.
Go for it. You're the one with the information.
So this guy he's kind of like a shorter. He's shorter, but he's muscular, and he's got scars all over and like chunks of hair missing. He's human, and it looks like he legit is like up for anything you guys want to put down.
Oh,
and so I'm just like. So I'm kind of like I'm showing respect. I'm trying not to show fear, but we've probably been together for a few days now, so you guys kind of know the difference. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, sorry, Vaughn, we're getting out of here. No, they're just drunk. They're just friends of mine. We're gonna head out.
All right. So I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry. I thought you were my old my old school friend. You look just like him.
Yep. So anyway, you guys book it then?
Yeah, I probably take a minute when we walk by a table, kind of lock eyes with the guy, take a long swig and finish my drink and set the glass down without breaking eye contact and then leave.
Okay. You can tell.
I thought you were going to say without breaking the glass. No. That would have been funny.
You can tell that while his hands never moved towards a weapon, you could tell that the minute that it was needed, he was ready to go. Sure. Like he was milliseconds from just decking Zoltan there to handle it, and then like you guys stepped in. So.
He would have died so quickly. I have a feeling there was like a quadruple triumph roll ready to go. I feel it. I feel it.
Were you gonna laser cut through him?
I have a feeling I was going to have one hand do like a harm touch, and oh man,
is Zoltan still in the giant atmospheric welding suit?
Oh,
that's a great question.
That is a very good question because I've got my spaceman suit, don't I? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I remember being extremely enthusiastic about this giant spaceman suit.
Why did I ask?
Yeah, so I'm still wearing it right now, and I think that's actually I'll tie this in. That's probably one of the reasons I stood down, because after the euphoric nature of having a brand new spacesuit. Speaking of spacesuit, hold on a second.
Brand new.
There we go. Spacesuit. There we go. Changed my background.
Brand new, ripped out of a crash ship. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the coolest thing ever. But like, I realized that I don't want to get into a fight right now with something that's going to give me that much disadvantage on everything I do.
So, okay, while we're doing that, I'm like, all right, guys, we need to get back to talk to Barrow and just kind of like start heading wherever we need to meet him, I guess, Brendan.
Yeah, so he had instructions for you guys. He had relayed a message on that you guys were to head to the shuttle bay, and that a small transport would take you to his ship. Okay. And so after a short little ride, it picks you up. It takes you back to the wreckage site, and you can see down below. That's actually the neat thing. So it takes you into the Sea Rock, and there's viewports that allow you to see down, and you see just swarms of droids just climbing all over the ship, and sparks are flying, and droids are like 2 or 3 at a time, moving a panel of armor or structural beams and things like that, as just this hive of droids are going and repairing things. In fact, you notice the pilot of your shuttle was a droid. have not seen another living form working for Barrow
Sure.
this whole time. So and even in your ship, in the ship as you're walking by, you notice. If anybody wants to make a perception check while you're walking through,
Sure.
go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think
As we're
this is
kind of
very
getting off
interesting.
the shuttle, I would kind of put my hand on Zoltan's shoulder and be like, "When the talking comes, let me take lead." Yes.
Why do we still have purple? Is
You
that
always
just
have purple. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
base difficulty.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, 2 purple is a standard rate average.
So
difficulty.
I got what did I got? So for Garrow, I got two.
You got a triumph.
two things and a triumph.
failed.
2 failures and a triumph. Sultan got a failure,
Just
and
failed.
then Nisk.
I don't see anything. You don't see anything, but something cool happens for sure.
Garrow, you happen to notice that there are fairly intermittent repeaters and signals that you suspect are probably a network of radio antennas that control all of these droids, that keep them all synchronized. And then I need to send Nisk a message.
Secrets. We have secrets for you.
So secret.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
So just because we've got a minute while Brendan types all this up, does anybody
You just sent that to me.
Ooh.
Oh, because you have control. Ha! Because I gave you control of Nisk
Secrets.
for administrative reasons.
Oh.
So that's fine.
fun times? All right.
So
This
who
is-
doesn't know,
So
our,
here's
our
what we do.
audience can know.
Everybody else, just close your ears and you tell.
I'll
Naomi.
clear my current chat log so it's not on the. I scrolled up
Yeah.
real quick so it's not on the
we go.
video.
Fine.
Actually, it's probably okay if the audience knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
All you
audience
guys
is
got to
fine
do
know.
is just
It's
go back
gone.
a little
It's
bit.
already gone. Too bad.
Hey, if you freeze it at that second, you
Yeah.
can see what it was said.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay.
Does anybody have any ranks in
Speaking of
mechanics?
Go ahead.
I am decent at mechanics.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. No, I am just 3 green for mechanics.
I got nothing.
All right, cool.
So you guys are obviously led down a hallway, and it opens up into a very, very well decorated banquet room, which of course has viewing ports to see the work being done down below. Almost as if this was orchestrated to show you what he's already doing for you. And he's got, a nice long table. However, there is no food here in this banquet room, merely paperwork.
Sure.
And obviously a pen on the table. He's already seated at the head of the table waiting for you when you get there.
Oh, guys,
With a
I
brand
think
new token as well.
I think I've cracked the case.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
say something really, really outrageous. So get ready to fight.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying.
Do you
I'm gonna
say that? Wait, whoa. Do you say that to us in character?
No, well, yeah. I guess there's no point in me telling you to get ready to fight here because, get ready to mash your keyboard. No, yeah, no. I'm saying this out of character.
3? What?
Yeah.
I think I'm saying this out of character. I think I figured out Brendan's master plan already because I'm a super
gosh.
sleuth. I just have
Barrow,
to
it's
figure
good to
out
see you again,
a way
friend.
to make it work.
We're so screwed. We
gentlemen.
are so screwed.
Gentlemen, welcome back.
All right, yeah. So Garrow just sits down, I guess.
I'm
He
going to say
rises once you get closer to the table as a bit of a courtesy, but then sits back down before you guys have a chance to seat yourselves.
Yep.
Seems like you and your I pause for a minute. Crew have been busy at the repairs.
Mm-hmm. We're making good progress. It'll still be another week or two, but we should have everything in order for you, and you should be space worthy. I believe we might even have an opportunity for a few optimizations as well.
I would certainly hope so. Don't want to go repeating this ship's first fate.
Ah, yes. Terrible tragedy what happened to that crew.
Do we
Does he laugh?
do we know what happened?
He chuckles a little bit.
Oh man. Okay.
He chuckles a little bit. He says, well, they were they were transporting some Nexu, you see, and they didn't exactly follow proper containment procedures.
I see. Yeah, we found that one out.
But nice job taking care of that, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm-
We yeah.
I'm
Go
going to
ahead,
say
Tim.
something to Barrow. I'm going to say, so I understand you have some work for us. Is that true, or is that something that we could get started on soon?
I do. As soon as we get your ship in repair order, I have a small contract I've lined up for you. Actually, it's just a simple transport. There's an individual here who has requested a shuttle, and as you can tell, it's a bit expensive for my ship to take him in fuel, but this smaller ship should be just fine for.
No Nexu, I hope, right?
No Nexu, no.
Good.
But I have developed a great locking mechanism, which I have dutifully called the Screamer, and it basically ensures that the sealed cargo is sent and received in the same condition and without any tampering from any potential haulers or pirates, for that matter. So fear not if you were to be compromised in any way, the client's goods would not be in danger in any way.
And I'm all for plausible deniability.
So it is very good. I have drafted up the paperwork here. If you would just review it, it basically explains a repayment plan as well as compensation for future works and any other sort of obligations there is required. As well as contracting you for not only the upcoming job with that individual, but as well as our ongoing relationship, which I'm looking forward to.
I'm going to raise my hand, and I'm going to say, hold on, not so fast. You got to understand something. We still are under a long-term contract from Maz Kanata, and I think she needs to read over this contract before she opts to release us from any future plans she may have had for us before we sign on to something long term.
I've already covered that. That's on page 473.
Yeah.
Well, I would feel better about it, and I'm going to try to coerce him. I'm going to try to talk him into taking us for a little trip back to Takodana.
Sure.
Oh my.
So there you go. We have a negotiation chart for what's going to happen. So you are welcome to roll some coercion. I believe, Ryan, we had talked about you were going to be making the primary roll for this.
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple stakes that I want to add to see if we can add some boost or potentially setback dice. Who knows?
Of course. So Tim and Jay, this is your opportunity to, any sort of add-ons, changes, or otherwise that you want to make a roll here. You're welcome to use whatever creativity you want. That will give Ryan some modifiers, and then we can modify that roll accordingly. But the base roll there is going to affect what sort of obligation you as a party get, as well as any sign-on bonuses or additional fees incurred. And as you guys review these documents and you start noticing line items for everything. The shuttle ride here. There was even Maz Kanata's debts and anything like that has been itemized and listed here. Even, you notice, a bottle of Corellian ale, as well as some bottom shelf liquor, which appears to be like some cheap whiskey that might be stored on the lower end of a bar.
This dude, wow. That was a medical supplies, and he's billing me the alcohol. He's billing me the consumption price for a medical fee.
Yep.
Is the speeder truck rental on there?
It is, but it's a fee that he incurred, and then because he incurred it, he actually tacked on 10%. So the paperwork fee for changing it to its proper documentation. Yep, the administration costs on that were added on as well.
Gotcha.
All right. So before Ryan makes his final attempt, I want to lean over and talk to you guys like in private.
Yeah. We can go
yeah.
to the other end of the table or whatever and review these terms.
Sure. He says, go ahead and take your time, and I will be back in just a moment. And with that, I'm gonna step away while you guys chat.
Okay. I want to check the room. I'm gonna check. Well, all right, so before he steps away, I want to check the room for listening devices because I don't want what's his name, Barrow.
Brendan actually stepped away, by the way, too.
Yes, he did.
So you
By
could
the
do
way-
whatever you want.
Yeah, no.
I
so guys,
guarantee you.
You can roll
guarantee
do
you,
two if
Zoltan,
you want to.
so I'm gonna
that there
tell you
are
guys.
listening devices.
I don't think this guy is entirely human. Wait, hold on. That's the wrong words to say because he's a Duro, isn't
Duro?
he? Yeah.
He's a Duro. Yes.
You're right.
Yeah. Bingo.
Genealogy for the win.
No, I think that this guy is a droid disguised as a Duro. I don't think he's human. You notice there's no food in this room. I think that's for a reason. I think he is not organic. I think he is a puppet, like a data, a plaything, a puppet being pulled, his strings being pulled by someone else.
I'd like to say, so Garrow,
How
is-
does that change anything?
right? Garrow's just like sitting back, like leaning back in a chair, like spinning like the new blaster pistol that he got, and he's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
okay,
I'll tell you how that changes. He obviously doesn't. He either doesn't want people to know that he's actually a droid, or B, doesn't know himself. So I think if you bring it up, if you be like, you give us a better deal and we won't tell people about your little secret, wink, wink, and then see kind of where he goes from there. You know, I don't know. That's basically my suggestion.
Garrow's
Maybe
gonna
down.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
All
Go ahead,
right, all right. Well, so Garrow's gonna be like, listen, guys, you know, you guys seem pretty smart about this stuff. All I can say is, coming from this planet, being around these people, I don't think something like that would work. But if you want us all to be killed, by all means, you go ahead and say
Zoltan-
that to him.
Yeah, Zoltan, we have no bargaining power on that. If we hold it over him, that's fine. He just shoots us. And trust me,
He
can
can't
do
kill
that.
us. We're the main characters in this story. Haven't you ever watched a Hollow novel before? This is how it works. We always win. That's why I walk through the valley of the shadow of death like I'm an indestructible.
I look over to-
Zabrak.
I look
making
over
up
to.
words.
Yeah, you are. I look over to Garrow. I'm like, I knew he was delusional. I did not know it was this bad. He thinks he's in his own hollow.
Yeah. I mean, that's been apparent, right? Like, he's left us both to die a few times here by, like, trying to plasma charge through a hall while a big gorilla was attacking me. So, you know, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I
The
still
door
have my
opens
space
up
suit
and
on.
Barrow comes back in. By the way, you found no listening devices.
Yeah.
I found no listening devices. Okay.
Really quick, though, before he came back in, I just, I'm going to make it clear to them that, like, if Zoltan wants to follow that thing, I'm going to be on Barrow's side, just so we're all
You-
clear.
So Jay, basically, you think this dude is legit.
I don't care what he is.
Ding, ding, ding.
I don't care. I just want off of this planet.
Yeah.
I want
The lack
off of this
food.
ship. I want our own ship, and I want to get the hell out of here.
You
Those are my
far-
only goals.
I'll kind of
I'll
take
go
the
along
data
with
pad
this.
that
I'm going
we've been
along with
reading.
it, but I'm gonna like give you my finger and be like, look, not that finger, but like the pointer finger. I'm gonna like, you are far too trusting. There's something. This. I sense a dangerous plot.
You know,
There's-
I've
there's no
kind
trust
of
about
I've
it.
had enough of Zoltan shit here. So I'm gonna
Oh
point.
my god!
I'm gonna point back at him, and I'm gonna be like, "You are one more step of getting me in death's way before you and I have a serious conversation."
I'll kind of like throw my hand down on the table and be like, enough.
You know I
I'll
can
take the-
drain your life force with
data
a simple
pad.
touch, right?
And I just point the gun I was twirling. I just pointed at your head, and I go, I can blow a hole through your eye socket right now, right?
Barrow comes back and goes, gentlemen, I seized on the first agreement of our arrangement here.
I'll take the data pad or whatever that we're looking over and kind of walk up to Barrow and be like, there's one thing missing on here.
Oh?
Where's
Now, I
our
find that hard to believe, but go on.
where's my apprenticeship fee?
Apprenticeship fee.
I'm taking one of your agents who has no experience and no knowledge, and I'm bringing him onto my crew and training him in how to be a elusive pilot, as we like to call. And I'm getting not any compensation for it.
Elusive. I mean, it's your crew. You hire him for whatever you want to. I mean, Dex Swabby, it would be just fine, right?
I'm gonna look over. I'm like, he's so green. He still thinks you're a biological Duro.
Oh.
He just
I look-
blinks.
Yeah, I look over. Zoltan
And looks
is.
back at Nisk without even like acknowledging Zoltan there.
I'm just like spinning. I'm like, what is going on? Am I the only one who sees this? I'm going to
You'll
keep my
have to-
mouth shut for the rest of the discussion.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive him. He is. I think this planet is getting to him.
That's going to be 2 setback die on whatever your next negotiation
Yeah,
is. By
yeah.
the
Oh,
way.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, actually, can I use? Could I do something like cool? Use cool to maybe like be like, listen, come on, these guys are new. I know, like, they don't know how we operate yet. Can we try to like, can we just show them a little bit? Like Zoltan, he ate some bad Nexu meat. Like he's, like just try to like be cool and like explain it and be like, he's clearly stupid. Can we be
Oh my
cool
God.
about this?
Sure. Let me pull up Barra's sheet and make sure I've got the right dice in the pool for you.
Guys, we could just. I'm not going to say this in character, but like we could just
Thank
kill
you.
him right now.
Yeah.
We could
That's
just.
for the better that you don't.
I-
Let's see.
We need
We-
reoccurring villains, man.
we could take this ship and we could go
Is there a way where I could? So Barrow and I have done a few things together, right? This is the biggest thing, and maybe I use that plus my cool to be like, hey, listen, look at what I've done for you. Look at what I've made. Help you
Yeah.
make happen. I can control this guy. Can you just like give us a break here? And like, and I'm just like trying to be super cool and maybe like look at Barrow and like give him like nod towards my gun and be like, hey, if he gets out of line, this is what's going to happen.
Sure. I'm going to give you a free upgrade on your next roll. And I've already got the difficulty dice in the pool for your roll if you want.
Okay, and would that be cool, right? I could use cool for presence?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, it's kind of cool, persuasion, whatever you want to do. I'm good with it.
Cool,
I'm pretty
cool
free.
is going to be my...
Yeah, I'm pretty free form on that. This
Okay.
is designed to be an opportunity for you guys to showcase your best abilities against Barrow
Okay,
and
so
try and make the most of this situation.
are you ready for me to roll?
I am ready for you to roll. That's a
Yep.
hot roll on some terrible
That's a
dice.
great roll. Yeah.
So what? 3 success, 2 setback. Wait.
Yep. I'm good with it. You managed to get rid of the setback die on the future roll. And then, yeah, just go ahead and suffer like 2 strain. I'm fine with it. We'll just deal some strain damage there as you're as you're literally just stressing out about this.
Right, but like trying to like... So I guess like in inverse from how I was in the canteen where I got like really pissed and got super nervous when that guy walked in. This is me like... You guys are like maybe Nisk, you're like, holy shit, like he pulled it together. Like, and he's just like, listen, I got this. If Zoltan becomes a problem, I'll take care of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like just being super cool about it.
All right.
Can I argue 2 successes to get rid of 2 setbacks and 1 left over for a boost die?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right,
Nickel
so
and dime, nickel and
for-
dime.
so-
High five,
here-
Ryan. High five. Boom.
Here's what I'd like to do. I'm gonna look at this guy. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna try and make a coercion check. And I'm gonna be like, look, I didn't mean anything by that. It's just that we have been screwed over one too many times, and we need a favorable deal here if we're gonna have any chance of having a drive to succeed.
Now do it in your Russian accent.
Oh yeah. You got
I think
to
he's got a
understand
different
my
accent every
friend.
time.
I know.
True.
I love it so much.
My friend,
Number one.
we've had too many empires crumble at our feet.
No.
But no, we've had too many times where we've been beaten over the head by legal contracts. So you understand we are a little bit averse to this. But I assure you, you give us a favorable deal, we will deliver the best possible results to you.
So I'm going to try and convince him that basically giving us a more favorable deal will work out to his advantage. So,
Roll it.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I have setback on here, but one of my Zabrakian things is I get a -1 setback for coercion checks.
Okay.
Are you coercing him though?
Yes, I'm trying to coerce him.
Oh,
I'm trying to set you up because if
Sure.
this works, then you get probably some kind of boost or something like
Yeah.
that to your coercion because you're going to negotiate the deal. I'm just
Right.
trying to put him at ease
Oh, I'm
give-
just saying what you stated to me sounds like there was no implied threat.
No, this was coercion. Yeah, this wasn't. Well, coercion
Coercion's more
doesn't need a
intimidation
threat,
in
right?
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
coercion is
intimidation.
Well, there is no intimidation.
Coercion is intimidation, really.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're
Yeah.
probably looking for charm.
Well, I'm
Mhm.
trying to coerce him. So, all right, then, all right. So, specifically trying to use coercion, like, trust me, it would be better for you for us to have a good deal.
All right, there we
Right.
go.
All right.
Means
Here
the
we go.
threat has a lot more implications.
There we go.
All right. Here we go.
Oh my god!
Oh,
So, 3 failures
uh,
and a despair. So,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, Brennan, you have.
so
the right
Garo just
to
shoots
riff on
him.
No. That would probably be triple despair. I don't know. But no, like, so literally while I'm saying it would be better for you, I'm thinking like I slip and fall and like he just like he doesn't care about anything I have to say. That's just, him not caring about what I have to say is obviously the failure.
You know
but the
what? You
despair-
know what would be funny? Like if you maybe like the Nexumi or something is still affecting you, and you just like say something insane in that moment.
Is
like
that the right? Hold on, 4 red dice? That doesn't even.
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think it would be. I don't think it
Who
needs.
you're messing with?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think it needs to be like crazy like a slapstick. Like maybe your brain just like, you know how you have like a brain fart and you just say something that you didn't mean to say. Maybe
so instead
that's
of saying it would be good for you, maybe I said it would be. I literally said it would be bad for you to give us a favorable deal.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
literally what I said.
Yeah. Like
And
as
then
you're
I
trying
got-
to work out the words. Yeah.
Oh my.
Nisk's hands are in his head. Just
Oh my goodness. All right.
And
So,
so
Holy
Ryan,
crap.
I look over at Nisk and I'm like, I got the gun and I'm like,
oh my goodness.
like you want
So
me
you
to
guys-
shoot him? Like I'll
you guys see Barrow presses a small button on a control remote that he has, and behind you, you hear mechanical whirring as one of the paintings pulls back and the wall splits, and out of the wall, you hear some mechanical movement, and behind you, you notice that there are 8 B1 battle droids.
Oh,
Who
man.
are standing there with blaster rifles. He says, now, I don't usually like to do my negotiations under such terms, but if the Iridonian wishes to continue in this manner, that's fine.
You didn't see those on the way in.
Well, I just want to know why Garo didn't tell us about these things.
I kind of put my hand on Zoltan and just kind of push him, guide him back to a chair.
I'm just gonna take
Um,
your lead and sit down. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed that my complete failure to put the right words out. Like my cheeks are probably turning red right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and I'm gonna pull out that bottle of medicinal alcohol and I'm gonna just drink some. And I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. I'll click away on the data pad for a minute, alter a few integers and arrangements, and then I'll hand him I'll step up to him and kind of silently hand him my counter proposal and be like, what does this should be fair?
He takes a look at it. Go ahead and roll however you want to on that.
Hey Jay,
We're
wanna start
burning a
blasting
destiny point.
droids.
Yeah, go for it.
Definitely. And I'll throw the upgrade on my end.
Yeah,
And then
I already have his difficulty and his nobody's fool built in, so you are still
Excellent.
rolling against 4 red.
That's fine.
Oh my goodness! Could you
Not much
imagine?
not much I can do against it, but we'll see what happens.
Oof.
Yep, that's about what I thought.
What is this?
Oh, you should have upgraded it.
What is
did.
that? So
Oh.
explain that to everyone. What does that mean?
So, looking at the chart that I shared with you, do you still have that on your screen?
Yes.
So, taking a look at that chart there, originally we basically were planning that you guys would get about 10 obligation, and that's as a party. So, you
Mhm.
guys have your own individual obligations, which are your things that kind of set you off or that have your problems. This is the group's obligation. So, at this point, because of the 3 failures, we're going to move that down to 13 obligation.
Yep.
And then with the threat there, you're also going to have to incur a 1,000 credit fee for customs and handling and services rendered and that sort of thing. So
The battle
it'll just be
droid deployment fee.
Yeah, battle droid deployment fee. Reparations of diplomatic tensions, if you will. And that's all fine. He's a businessman, so he's fine with it. Like at the end of the day, when the dollar is down, he's fine. He doesn't care. For him, it's all about the profit margins.
All right.
Well, I kind of look at my compatriots. I look at the droids behind us. I shrug and I like put my thumb or sign or whatever we do in Star Wars to seal the contract.
So that's the there's no more negotiations. That's it. That was a one-time negotiation.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We just kind of summed up. Basically, we summed up you guys going back and forth,
So-
and what kind of approaches you were going to take. So Nisk took a very calculated and business-like approach. Zoltan went with the "I'm going to bully my way through this" approach. You went with the "I'm going to calm everything down" approach. So when we summed all those together over the course of this could have been 3-4 hours that you guys went back and forth here. The end result is this.
Can I do okay? So this is help me. I don't know how to write this or tell this from a story perspective.
Okay.
But Garrow. So we're a grand in the hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Garrow I can pay that right now. Garrow wants to pay that so that we don't owe him anything and make it known that we don't want to owe him. And I don't know what role that would be, or like how can I make that so I don't give him the money, but like how can I make it so that he gets we're not to use the word again, but we're cool, like we want to be cool. We're
I would say that's a negotiation, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, if you want to auto pass it, I'm okay with it because of Barrow's disposition and the fact that he does in fact like Garrow. I don't even see a need to roll. He says, "Look, I understand the misgivings and stuff.
How about he pulls Barrow aside, and he's like, "Hey, can I just talk for a second?" And he brings him over and he goes, "I just want to make sure that we get off on a good start. I'm sorry for my compatriots there." And he hands him the 1,000 credits and says, "I just want to make sure we're square."
Sure.
You got a lot of credits for
the lava river is
kid.
under the bridge.
Okay.
It's under the bridge. We're good. I'm looking forward to working with the three of you, even that one.
And so he shakes hands. He wants Garrow wants to. It's kind of very thankful for the opportunity to
gives you a good handshake.
Yeah. Get off this planet.
Does Nisk see this exchange happen?
Yeah.
I guess I would notice.
I don't have an issue with it.
At the end of the day, I would notice the ledger that I don't owe him 1,000 credits anymore.
So he pulled him aside, and you definitely see I guess 1,000 credits is 2 rectangles or something, right? So you definitely see him hand him. You can see that it's 1,000 credits, and then shakes his hand, and I don't know if you guys can hear us, but you can definitely see what's happening. I'm not hiding it.
I'm gonna look at the B1 battle droids and just kind of inspect them a little bit, and or just get a closer look. Do they look like they're in tip-top shape, or?
Yeah. Not only are they in tip-top shape, but they actually have a brand new paint job that matches the paint job of the ship. With the red colors and the grays thrown in. They are definitely marked, and they even have Red Toad branded on their chest plates. He's gone the full marketing plan to fully invest in this brand.
As I imagine, we're kind of moseying back after the deal is signed to our shuttle to go back to where the town. I'll kind of let Zoltan go a little bit ahead and hang back with Garrow. To deal with the credits, you have more resources than I thought, kid.
He's gonna be like, "Listen, I know what it's like to owe people around here, and trust me, we do not want to be in that position."
this won't go over well, but I kind of stick my hand out towards him and I say, I think you'll be a fine first mate.
And he shakes his hand and nods.
I
This
At some
won't.
point-
This won't go over well. That was my favorite part of that. This won't go over well.
at some point I'm gonna have to bill Garrow for for those Nexus stakes that I took him. We'll come up with a ledger. It's like gonna be like 500 credits.
Taking business lessons.
Like, all right, that's how this works. You do something nice for somebody. All right, you guys, you city slickers.
I love
you guys
how
make your
you
way-
guys are just okay that I had 1,000 credits on me. It's just like
It helps.
I thought it was
helps
odd.
miss.
yeah.
So you guys make your way back to Mosturian. You find that your lodging has already been taken care of and arranged. Of course, it has.
And we've already paid for it in the future.
You know, a few more weeks go by, and eventually you get the message that, in fact, ship repairs are complete, and that you guys are given full access to the squandered potential.
So I don't know, like if we're gonna be here a few weeks, obviously, while they repair it, and I'm okay with hand waving it. I would definitely in those weeks try to ply some of my smuggler trade. Obviously, there's not a lot to smuggle here.
Sure.
But what can I dig up on the Tracefs? What can I learn about just by like passively studying and watching?
Sure. I will give you the handout that Garrow happens to have based on his experience living here.
Cool.
And I'm gonna assume that you want to share it with your partner, and I'll just give it to all players.
Yeah.
Hey, Brendan. I think this would be fun. I know a lot of this we do off camera, but like I'd like to, if we could walk through, maybe since we have some time. I'll leave this up on screen. I'd like to maybe look for like I have this force pike, but I feel like I want to find something better, and I definitely have some money, so I could.
Yeah. So there are, like I said, and again, going back a few episodes now, the scrap dealer in town, basically, you can find anything and get it put back together.
Okay.
And he's willing to charge for that too. Like he offers that service. But he can basically get you most things that you're looking for.
So what would be like? I want like a really decent, because like let's say I think from like Garrow's perspective, he knows he's got the strength and the athletics. He knows he can brawl, right? But like he saw what Zoltan was able to do with his sword. That like the force pike just isn't cutting it for him, and he wants to. I think in Garrow's mind, he kind of wants to become the muscle of the group, and so he's like, what kind of a weapon would he need to make that? Like maybe just not only to strike fear in the hearts of enemies, but also that would really come across as something he could wield.
There are really fewer things scarier in my eye than a vibro axe, to be honest.
Gag 'em straight.
He's got a vibro sword, right? What if you had a vibro axe?
He does not have a vibro sword. He has a
I have it's
Corellian cutlass.
It's a Corellian cutlass.
Oh.
But I want the vibro axe though, and
he's got a cutlass. You're gonna bring an axe.
Yeah. Okay, so how much money is that? I think it'd be fun for like the audience to hear this sort of stuff too.
Sure. So there is actually a system in this game for whether or not you can find an item.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and add that into our game here, just because we have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
So because it is a rarity 5 item, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's a difficulty 2 to make sure that you can find it.
Okay.
So let me just double check the dice pool real quick and take all those nasty red dice out.
Please, thank you.
And let's go ahead and do that. But I'm going to go ahead and all on my screen give you a free upgrade. And that's because the guy here is able to help you out a little bit and help you find things.
So what am I rolling then?
That is a great question. So, Ryan, do you happen to know this one off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's negotiation.
Cool.
It's you're going around talking to all the dealers and the sellers.
This isn't
Yeah.
good. This isn't good for me. All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
If you're wanting to do this, and because once again we have some downtime,
I'll give you some
Um,
party buffs too of two.
Yeah,
two
like
bonus
if I
die
can
on
go
there.
around with him and like
Yeah.
we'll do Nis Sundess's art of the deal, but she's not super adept at negotiating either. But like,
Right.
yeah, I'm taking Garo under my wing
I
as
want-
as a
but
smuggler.
I've
Yeah.
made it clear to you that I don't want Zoltan to know because I want to surprise him.
No, that's fine. I like the idea of looking for some equipment during this downtime.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
the problems that my character has, I have no ranged weapon. So, but I also have like only 100 credits. So, I have my own plan. I don't want to interrupt on what they're doing, but I'm going to be looking for some type of ranged weapon.
Okay.
With the intention of just telling them like, yeah, just bill it to put it on our contract on what we owe Barrow. You know, and so if they will do that, assuming that maybe that's something that they would be willing to do within reason, you know,
They won't.
they won't. So
No.
I'm just screwed. I'm not getting a ranged weapon. I'm gonna pick up a
Not
rock.
with actual credits. They only accept credits, not credit.
Oh, no. Credit will do fine.
Okay, so all right, let me do my roll here. So negotiation, we got NISC, we got the other bonuses, everything's in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
Let
ready?
you guys do that. I'm gonna step away for just a second.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
no worries.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's hot. You found it. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna cost you just a little bit more. So you managed to get one, and again, he's got to put it together, and it took you time to find it.
Yep.
So it looks like this is gonna be 1,000 credits
Yep.
for a vibro axe.
No problem.
And I can give you the stats for your sheet when you're ready.
Yep. Let me go over to combat. Actually, you know what? Let me drag this on the screen so people can watch me do this. All
Yeah,
right.
of course.
So I'm in the combat tab here. I'm gonna go down. All right. Damage. Go ahead.
Damage is +3, so take your brawn rating and add 3 to that.
Hold on. Character skills bronze. So okay. So 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crit is 2.
Yep.
Range is engaged.
Yep.
Encumbrance is 4 because it's an axe.
Yep.
Your HP is 3, which is the hard points. That's the number of customizations you can add to it.
Okay.
And then your price was 1,000. Its actual price is 750.
Okay. Yep.
Rarity is 5.
Yep.
And then in the bottom right box, which is what will display on the screen when you roll it, you want to put Pierce 2, Sunder, and
Okay.
Vicious 3.
So what is Sunder?
Sunder is...
You can break people's shit.
Yeah, so
Um,
attacker chooses
spend
one item
advantage.
openly wielded by the target, such as a weapon, shield, or item on a belt. That item is damaged 1 step to minor if undamaged, from minor to moderate, or moderate to major. If a weapon already suffering major damage is the target of a successful Sunder, it is destroyed. Sunder requires 1 advantage to activate. If activated multiple times against the same attack, it can be applied against the same weapon, potentially taking a weapon from undamaged to destroyed in a single attack.
Cool.
Can I suggest with all this freaking extra success that maybe his vibro axe comes with some of those hard points used up? He finds it tricked out.
That would increase the cost.
It would also increase the cost, though. So, Jay, are you willing to spend that extra monies?
I don't know how much. I can't tell you that unless I know how much it is.
Sure.
There's all kinds of different mods.
Yep, so I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah.
So, for example...
You should give him one with a banana on it that squirts banana juice on his hands when he tries to wield it.
That's a
And it's
very
got fruit.
strange
It's got
thing
like
to
fruit
say.
flies buzzing around it.
No thanks on that one.
So, like a superior customization, which you won't be able to afford, is
Yeah.
5,000 credits. But it
But
adds
then-
1 damage and 1 advantage to every roll.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Or there's stuff like the serrated edge, which is just 50 credits,
Serrated,
and
which is
it,
great. That's 50 credits. It requires
it
1
means your
hard
crits
point.
hit harder. Yeah.
Yep, it gives you another vicious, so you would be at vicious 4. So base you'd be hitting at plus 40 on a crit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what was that?
Serrated edge. So it even looks nasty. It looks like a saw.
Serrated edge. It gave me another.
It gives
Another
you a
rank of
vicious
vicious.
plus 1. So the vicious you had before is now 1 better.
I don't know how to spell serrated, turns out.
Serrated.
It gets me vicious 4 and then 4 HP.
It reduces your hard points by 1.
So 2 then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what hard points are. Can you explain that to me?
Hard points is how customizable an item is.
Oh, gotcha. So they took it down
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah, it's how many slots the thing has to put cool stuff on.
Like in Legion terms, like how many, like a hard point upgrade is how many different guns you can put. Like so an ATST.
Yep.
Mhm.
The extra,
Yeah.
the extra options there.
Okay.
The term comes from like when ships were built. There was a certain point where like the frame came together, which was a really reinforced area of the ship where they could afford to put a cannon on because it wouldn't, the blowback wouldn't blow a hole in the ship.
And that was
Nerd alert.
that was
Nerd alert.
that was 50 credits, you said?
Yes,
okay.
that was 50
All
credits.
right, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. So, was there any other shopping you guys wanted to do with your downtime or anything like that?
I want to see if I don't know if this would take too long, but I want to see if I could maybe gamble or try to like swindle somebody out of. Gosh, I want to try and make some money during this time so I can try and buy a gun. But I think of any way of doing that as being just inherently evil. So I think I'll probably forego it and just be a bum.
Yeah, I mean there are like deception and skullduggery and things like that
Yeah.
that can be done, but
So, from my week of watching these Trace F folks,
Mhm.
do they only want to run this little town? Is that their only want?
yeah, they're fairly small time, it would seem.
'Kay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
they really
think of
just kind of hang out here.
Once we get this ship, if we are going to be brought back here from time to time, what I could fill the hold with to bring back and make a profit on.
Yeah, I mean-
Obviously, other than water and foodstuffs.
You can tell that they definitely deal in death sticks and various other chemical fascinations that,
Sure.
farmers out in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do need entertainment. So,
Right.
but you don't know where they get their stuff from. So that's the
Right.
other,
Okay.
the other half of it. But yeah, so there's some business there. Doris, so jumping forward, your ship's ready. You've got your stuff. It's waiting for you to board.
So I guess as we're all getting together, I show Zoltan my new vibro sword or axe, and I'm like, check this out.
My eyes are gonna go wide at first, and I'm like be pretty impressed by this, and maybe a little jealous. I'm like, but then like once my eyes kind of like once I process it, I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder. I'm like, but do you know how to use it?
Yeah, why don't we find out?
I don't think we want this campaign to end that early because trust
This
me,
will be
I would
fine.
cut you in half. I would totally cut your character in half.
And he just kind of like cracks his neck and is like, yeah, we'll see. And puts the axe up on his shoulder and like walks into the
Everybody go ahead and roll resilience as you guys are entering the ship.
resilience.
Oh boy.
Yep.
What? Why?
Ooh.
Hold
The
on.
thing Nisk is so good at. So good.
Oh, did that not work?
I hit the button twice and
It should come.
all right.
All right, there
Yeah,
it is.
Okay, it just lagged super hard. So
Wow.
we'll take my first result because I clicked it twice.
Something isn't right there. Did you upgrade our resilience check?
Yes, he
Okay.
did.
Yeah, I had some accidental upgrades in there, and that's fine. I'll live with it.
Boom! I had triumph in my
Yeah.
roll. Wow, that's like
So-
the best roll imaginable.
Yeah.
There's a funk in here, like a smell, like underneath the panels, and it's like really bothersome.
Hold on. So
Um,
Tim, you rolled because I'm not seeing
Yeah,
his.
it's Sultan resilience. It's about 4 up. You have to scroll up because all the rolls.
Yeah,
came
a
in.
bunch of results hit all at once.
Sultan's
Oh.
is in there with like a million.
Yeah, I've got
million
3
results on it.
successes, 3 advantage, and a triumph.
So
Yeah.
And
I got 3 success and a triumph. Okay. Or
Yeah,
not
so-
triumph, whatever that is.
so,
So-
I'd like if we have just a moment, the funk is basically kind of would be overwhelming otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to say that this particular funk reminds me of home and kind of empowers me a little bit. And such that right after like the little stare down with Jay, like my chest puffs out a little bit, and then he's just like, all right, yeah, like he gets the ideas. Like I feel like he's got home field advantage in here.
Yep.
So
So you guys managed to go in. You can move into the ship a little bit. Also, Zoltan, you managed to. You're positive you can think and find a cleaning solution that will get rid of this. With just a little bit of credits, probably like 50 credits, and you guys can scrub this down and get this all cleaned up and get this smell out of here.
all right,
it is funktastic right now.
all right, Garrow, we got your first job as our newest crew member. You're gonna have
Hold
to
on,
clean the
Fred.
ship.
You're the chief medical officer. Sanitation falls under your particular purview.
Right, and I'm perfectly fine with the way it is right now. As a matter of fact, removing this smell, which reminds me of home, might actually inhibit my abilities. I am empowered with this funk, so I don't think you want me in charge of removing it.
So it's getting a bit late, and you guys do realize that your stay at the hotel has been canceled. You'll have to sleep here tonight. So the question is, who's sleeping where?
Garrow will take I don't know, just over in a corner somewhere. He'll go sit in the corner and kind of, because there's one bed. Is this real legit?
Mm-hmm.
That is the layout of the ship.
Well, I
There's
think
also one
I
bathroom.
look to Zoltan for a minute, but don't say anything, and I just walk towards the one cabin.
yeah, no.
And see
So
what he's gonna do.
you see where I am? I'm down here.
Yeah.
Is this is where I cut the hole? Now my question for Brendan. You remember I cut a giant hole and it was this
Yeah.
room right here.
Yep.
Is after all the repairs and everything,
Uh-huh.
is this hole still here or has it been patched?
You can't even tell that there ever was a hole.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that
Maybe
was
it's on the other side of the hole. You never
that
know.
was a big waste of time. All right.
No kidding. No kidding.
Hey, now. Look, if we had lost and we needed a place to run, that would have been great. That's all I'm saying.
Oh
Right.
my gosh.
I'm actually going to go sit in one of the chairs up here and kind of just start getting familiar with the controls and how the bridge works and kind of getting familiar with the chairs. Actually, I'm gonna get into this one right here. And yeah,
Cool.
I don't like first mate chairs personally. I'm not a big first mate chair kind of person. A little bit.
That's probably good.
I'm really more comfortable where I can like in the Uhura kind of chair. I'm like the science officer kind of chair. Yeah. I think I'm gonna pass out in the chair. But
Yeah.
and
I'd
Good
go
music.
inspect the quarters and inspect the cockpit and kind of wander around, feel the bulkheads and get a vibe for the ship.
he said cockpit.
Can we say that on Jay's channel?
I think so.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, with anything else, you guys are going to go to sleep for the night, and
Yeah.
we'll wake up tomorrow.
Wait,
Sounds
here's
good.
a question: is the only bathroom in the captain's quarters?
Looks like it.
Yes.
Well, then if I have to pee in the middle of the night, you're gonna have to get used to like people barging in. So sorry if you're doing anything private. I don't know what Bothans do in the middle of the night.
They sleep.
Sure they do. Sure they do. All right. So yeah. So I'm fine going to sleep, kind of being haunted by unfortunate dreams of darkness and despair.
You go to bed, and so do you go to bed in the little like co-pilot chair there? Or?
Yeah. This is my station right now. I kind of like it. I
Okay.
I
So you're
took a
gonna sleep in
picture
there.
of my mom and hung it up like on the wall here, right by there, and it's and she was quite the Zabrakian mom. She was lovely and she inspires me.
So you guys all fall asleep for the night, and it's a couple hours into the night when Nisk, you are awoken to the sound of the door to your cabin opening up, and you look in the doorway, and Garrow's standing there, and he's got this weird murderous glint in his eyes.
I imagine that my rifle isn't quite too far away. I kind of put a hand on it and I look at him up and down. And if he's got this weird look, I point to him and I say, "Zoltan's over there."
And
And
well,
we'll
hold
wrap
on,
the-
hold
Go
on.
ahead,
So
Tim.
he's got the vibro sword in his hand, or the vibro axe, and he goes, "You and I need to have a talk."
And with that, we'll cut the episode and see you guys in 2 weeks when we come back.
What in the world are these guys up to, man?
Oh no.